Well, first of all, they experimented on her. They explained one thing would be good for her, and then they broke off some medical equipment inside of her, and they used to stay her because it's detrimental for them to take it out. She could be a paraplegic, or she could go into cardiac arrest.
Medical malpractice cases generally, Susan, are very expensive and very time-consuming, and unless you have catastrophic damages, they're economically not worth pursuing. So you'll spend more money than you would ultimately get. Sounds like she's got a bad injury. Part of what you said suggested there was some medical device or something left inside of her after surgery or during surgery. That happens, believe it or not, quite often, and it is below the standard of care for that to happen. Usually the fix, though, is just going in and retrieving it, so another surgery oftentimes doesn't lead to a whole lot of damage, but you can get infections and things of that nature, and it can. The other aspect of your question, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, although Georgia does have informed consent, and patients entitled to know what procedure is going to be done on them and the risks of that procedure, and if that consent wasn't given, then that's an additional cause of action, and if they're doing a surgery she didn't consent to, that's a legal battery. So there's a lot of things that she or somebody on her behalf should certainly talk to a lawyer about.
Sure, and unfortunately, sometimes bad results do happen for medical procedures, and that does not always mean that medical malpractice occurred, as you well know, BJ, and we see that a lot of times. But it's always in your best interest to at least call and get some information from an attorney. And
like John alluded to earlier, it's always a medical question, whether an error was made. You have to get an expert to say, yes, I've looked at the records and the medical error was made. Even if it's a bad result or it just doesn't seem right to a layperson, the lay people are not qualified to express that opinion, so you need an expert.